Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be very different from what I usually shoot. It's a non-Sezane try-on haul. If you're new to my channel, hi, I make videos on fashion and lifestyle, mainly focusing on sustainable fashion, natural fibers, and just fashion trends and outfits. If you've been to my channel before, you already know that I'm quite addicted to the brand Sezane. Everything I own or have purchased recently, especially in the top wear department, is definitely from Sezane. And I was getting a little bit bored of the styles that they were producing. They're all a bit samey after a point, and then you can just predict what sort of styles that they'll be releasing, what sort of prints. They have a typical pattern which is quintessentially Sezane, but after a point I felt a little bit bored of the brand, and I just wanted to explore because it's been a while since I've purchased anything from any other brand. And so I've come across a couple of other brands, quite similar price point compared to Sezane, maybe not quite similar when it comes to the fabric composition of those pieces from those brands, as you will see in just a minute. But full disclaimer here, I do have a couple of pieces from Zara as well. It's been a while since I've shopped at Zara, and they're definitely not high on the list of sustainable fashion brands. They are the epitome of fast fashion, but stay tuned. I have an opinion when it comes to Zara clothing as well. Hopefully that's going to give you a different perspective about shopping in Zara, because at many times shopping in fast fashion brands like Zara and H&M is just more affordable than spending like double the amount for similar clothing items from some other fashion brands just for their sustainability practices or for the kind of fabrics and materials that they use in their clothing. The first brand, which I found to be quite similar to Sezane, is called Mint Velvet. It's a female-founded British brand. It's been around for about 13 years, and their brand motto is relaxed glamour. I love that motto. I think it captures what they are trying to do, and their design like perfectly. It's a very apt brand motto. And as you will see in the first piece that I'm going to show you, their design is quite good, except that for this first piece, this gorgeous pink colored ruffle trimmed neckline jumper, it makes me look quite funny. When I put it on, I just thought I looked massive, and not in a good way. It's the ribbed detailing. It's just not for me, and it's also very boxy. The cut of the jumper is not for people who are broad and petite. It's a shame because I really, really love the color of this jumper. This pink color is definitely the color of the season, and the ruffle detailing just blew my mind when I saw it online, but it looks nothing on me like it did on the model. This jumper is not made of natural fiber. It's got about 40% natural fiber, the rest is synthetic. That's a recurring theme for all of the Mint Velvet pieces. They do not use 100% natural fibers in any of their designs, even though the designs are very beautiful. And I'm tempted to keep a couple of these items that I'll show you next. But if you are really into wearing just natural fibers, if that's your cup of tea, then probably Mint Velvet is not the brand for you. But if you are a sucker for good design, then give them a try. They are very trendy, very fashionable. Is it a high street brand? I'm not sure, but very similarly priced to Sezane. I would feel like it's priced a little higher than Sezane. Their price point is probably one of my pain points. I personally feel that every single item that they have should be priced about 10 or 20 quid less than what the price is, but that's just my personal opinion. This next piece is a beautiful leopard print cardigan. I finally jumped on the leopard print bandwagon, and I'm not sure if I'm going to really commit myself to buying a leopard print cardigan, but it is a very lovely piece. It's a very warm toned leopard print. The design element of this cardigan that really stands out, it has this cinched waist, and the cinched cuffs, which are so flattering, especially the cinched waist. It gives such a flattering silhouette. It doesn't make the cropped jumper look as cropped as it actually is because of that cinching. This is again a mix of multiple kinds of material. It has a little bit of cashmere, a little bit of wool, and lots of synthetic fibers. So definitely the material composition is not one of the plus points of this brand Mint Velvet, but the design of this jumper is really standing out. And if you are really committed to getting leopard print clothing, then have a look at this jumper. It's very comfortable on the skin. It's not itchy like the previous jumper, the pink one. It's very comfortable, it's very soft, and it's very thick at the same time. It feels quite substantial. It's not one of those very fine merino knit or cashmere knit jumpers. It feels quite substantial, and which means that it's probably going to keep you warm. This next jumper here is probably the crowning jewel of this whole haul. I thought that wearing a striped jumper is going to make me look like a walking, talking optical illusion, especially because this particular striped jumper has very thick stripes, but that's definitely not the case. Stripes are not my best friend, but I was very pleasantly surprised when I saw this how this jumper fit and looked on me. I love the bow detailing, though it is a bit loud with both the stripes and the bow. It's a bit loud, but it's definitely a design masterpiece. If you are into preppy style, then this jumper is definitely something that you should look at. It is so fun to wear, and because of the neutral colors like navy and white, it doesn't feel as wild as it would if it were a red or a pink. So I really like this jumper. It's quite a steep price point. It's about 110 quid. The material is again a blended material, but it's not as bad as the previous two jumpers I was talking about. This is a cotton rich blend. It's got 60% of cotton and the rest is acrylic or polyamide. It's not that bad. It's definitely very comfortable and does not feel itchy at all. It's got this boxy shape, but not too boxy. It's cropped, but again, not too cropped. My only complaint is that the arms are quite long on me. So if you're petite, you might be used to having jumpers which have very long arms. That's a little bit of a disappointing feature. I just wish the arms were not quite that long. But other than that, it fits very well on my body. It feels very soft. The design is very nice. I'm not sure if I could pull this off, but I'm very tempted to keep it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment below. Would you spend £110 for a jumper such as this? The last jumper I have from Mint Velvet is this beautiful cool toned red jumper. I feel like everyone should have a red cardigan or a red jumper in their closet. This one is a red cardigan. Sorry, I said jumper before, but as you can obviously see, it's a red cardigan and it's got the silver hardware. I love the fact that silver is taking us more of a center stage. Gold has been around for so long. You see gold hardware in bags, in jewelry, and also in clothing. And I was beginning to get a little bit bored of gold hardware. Now that silver has made a comeback, I really think that's a great thing, especially for a color such as this. This is such a bright, cool toned red. It's almost like a bright pink. The silver hardware adds that little bit of somberness, sobriety to this jumper, which really makes all the difference. Just imagine this with gold buttons. You would have to wear your sunglasses. Anyway, this jumper I really love. Again, the material is not the best. It's again one of those cotton rich blends. It's got about 60% cotton and the remaining is polyamide or acrylic. It's very comfortable. It's a thick knit. It's not a chunky knit, but it's thick enough that it'll keep you warm. It's a lovely color if you are capable of pulling it off. It's also cropped. I guess cropped jumpers are all the rage this season. I'm here for it. I have a short torso. I wear high-waisted pants and trousers, so I really do like cropped or top wear. If you are a taller person, then maybe you'd like to rethink the crop trend. Let me know your thoughts below as to how you feel that this trend is going to last. This jumper is decently priced. I'll obviously leave everything linked in the description box below, all my sizing, all the links to these different pieces, and of course the price. So this jumper, if I remember correctly, was not priced too steep, but I'm not sure if I would not get a better alternative in some other brand which is 100% cotton or 100% merino wool. I'll probably be on the lookout for that. So maybe I'll not be keeping this jumper, but it's definitely one of their design marvels as well. A very simple but chic looking jumper. I keep saying jumper, but it's actually cardigan, guys. The next brand I want to talk about in my non-Sezane haul video is Boden. Boden is another British homegrown brand. It was established quite a while ago, I think in 1991, so they've been around for a while. This brand is actually more similar to Sezane in terms of their material composition and also a little bit cheaper in terms of the price point. They have a lot of items that are 100% natural fibers, which I really appreciate. And they have also got a lot of color in their clothing. So if you're looking for a very nice spring summer style, I know it's hard to think about spring summer given this weather, but the stores have already stocked with a lot of new spring summer pieces, and Boden has such lovely knitwear in such lovely colors that you should definitely check it out if you are into wearing colorful multicolored knitwear. The first piece I'm going to show you from Boden is a navy jumper. I never thought that a simple navy jumper could look this pretty. This has scallop detailing along the collar and also along the wrist. It has slightly puffed sleeves, but nothing too extravagant. It is a cotton rich material, not 100% cotton, it's about 80%, and the rest is polyamide and elastane, I guess added in for longevity, but I wish it was 100% cotton. But it's not, but I'm okay with it. It depends on you how much you are ready to sacrifice. But this one is so pretty. I've worn this jumper about 5 times already and I've only had it for a week. Navy is a very nice color. It is not as boring as black. It's still a dark neutral. That's the best part about navy. I've developed a newfound appreciation for the color navy, and this jumper really embodies such a simple style. Light is fading fast, so I'll try to rush through the end through this video. So moving on to the next item from Boden. This is also a cotton rich jumper, same composition as the previous one, 80% cotton and the rest synthetic fibers. I again fell in love with the scallop detailing along the collar and along the sleeves, but I feel like the collar is a little bit awkward. You'll see me trying to adjust it in a little bit, but I just feel like it doesn't lie quite flat, and if I button it up it just looks a bit matronly. It's not fitting as I expected it to. It looked much better on the model, so it's not a jumper that I'll be keeping, but it's definitely very, very comfortable to wear, and it does look very nice. The combination of red and white always looks very nice, especially with spring coming in. It is one of those classic color combinations, and they also have this in a longer sleeve version and a V neckline. I'll obviously leave the links to the website and the pieces that I'm talking about in the description box below, as I've already mentioned, but I'll also leave the link to this particular variation of this jumper in similar color combinations but a different style. In this last part of the video, I want to talk about a couple of pieces I purchased from Zara. I haven't done that in about a year. I buy something from Zara and I just don't feel it lives up to the quality, and I end up returning it because Zara is, after all, the epitome of fast fashion brand. But Zara makes very, very good basics, and the basic piece that I'm going to talk about today are their trousers. These are the darted trousers. I'm wearing the shade anthracite grey. I own these trousers in every single shade. I have it in black, in navy, in ecru, in camel. I wear it all the time to work. I've worn them for years and years. In fact, the black one I think I've had for about 6 years. So if you take care of your pieces from these fast fashion brands, then they really last, and that's what makes it sustainable. So I have developed a completely new perspective of owning and buying clothing from brands like Zara and H&M, because some of these pieces, when I could not afford anything other than Zara and H&M, I've bought some of these pieces that I still wear and I still have with me. I have pieces from H&M, like a black jersey top that I've bought in like 2014, and it's still there. I still wear it, if not outside, then definitely for running errands or going to the gym. I still wear it. It's still not got holes in it. If you take care of those pieces of clothing, then they do last, especially for this trouser. I feel like the darker colors age better than the lighter colors. That tends to be true with most things. The lighter colors are always harder to maintain, but these trousers in the lighter color, they pill a little bit, but the darker colors are so sturdy. I've always thrown them in the washing machine. I've worn them to death. These are my only trousers for work, and so I recommend them highly. They do not tear or they do not fade, because polyester is such a hard wearing material. That's one of the reasons why it gained so much popularity. It just ages so well, and you could really use it. You could be rough with it and it's still going to stand the test of time. It doesn't need to end up in a landfill. It doesn't need to get donated. If you are sure about the fit of it and the cut of it, and if it's a basic piece like a trouser that you're going to wear to office, or a mini skirt that's never going to go out of fashion, then it's okay to buy from Zara. I do like the color. I love the color combination of grey and maroon, or grey and burgundy. It was the color of the season last year, and grey is such a nice neutral color. It's a color that nobody appreciates as much. I know that it's been trending for the last couple of seasons, but before that, people do not appreciate grey as much as it used to. It suits so many different skin tones, and I really do like the color grey. And you can obviously understand that because the next piece I have from Zara is also another basic. It's a skirt. Now, mini skirts and shorts and skirts are never going to go out of fashion. So if you find something in Zara that's affordable and that fits you, then you should definitely buy it and take care of it, because it is going to last you ages. I've had skirts from Zara again for about a good 5-6 years, especially the ones in the darker colors. They really age well and they do not spoil or they do not tear. Again, this skirt, I have the same issue as with the trousers. I think they changed the material somewhat. It's very thin. But this skirt especially, I feel like it doesn't fit as well. It's very, very high-waisted. It's in the size M, and I think the size S would be too small, and the size M it just doesn't fit well. It has a gap between my thighs, and it's very uncomfortable to walk in. It's also weirdly short. But other than that, it's a lovely color. I love the slit. The design is classic. If you find something that fits you, then good for you. But I'll be returning this one definitely because it doesn't fit me quite as well. That's it for my non-Sezane haul. I hope you have some good ideas about some stuff that you would want to purchase from brands other than Sezane. I know a lot of my followers also really appreciate the Sezane videos, but I'm trying to branch out a little bit in terms of fashion, personal style, and also the kind of content I create for the channel. If there is anything in particular you would want to see, please do let me know in the comments below. As usual, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this kind of content, please consider subscribing. And until my next video, bye!